This is interesting. It's an interesting morning for Kyle because things are not going right in his room, which means things aren't going right in my room, but he's in a good mood today. And that is an interesting, corollary that usually doesn't happen. Like right now, I can't use my sound effects, which might be a good thing. Sometimes the board in his room doesn't cooperate, but he's still in a good mood now at 6:03 in the morning. It says 9:03 on my tablet. My tablet's still on East Coast time, much like Grant Napier. Right now, Grant Napier's in New York City. He touched down about 15 minutes ago, if everything went correctly. He's back east for broadcast meetings and stuff because the NBA season is almost here. That's kind of crazy. The NBA season is almost upon us. Pretty soon, in addition to football, we will be yelling about the atrocity that will likely be the Sacramento Kings on the floor. We have a future power ranking poll that ESPN put out. We'll get to a little bit later. And you know how we feel about the national narrative, but hey, it's King stuff. Spoiler alert, the Kings are not in the top 5. They're not in the top 5.
It's because we haven't gotten to see Harry Giles play in a regular season game yet.
Your lips to my ears. Not that I'm saying I'm God. I'm just saying I heard it.
I wonder what kind of odds I could get on Harry Giles winning Rookie of the Year. I feel
probably really good.
I feel really strongly about Harry Giles.
That strong, though?
Yeah.
Like Rookie of the Year strong?
I'm sure the odds are super long and I can get great value on it.
I think the value would be good.
Right. If I was trying to win, I don't think I would put it on. If I was trying to make my best possible, surefire win, I don't think I'd pick Giles.
No, but
I think I can get great value.
You know who the odds-on favorite is, of course.
Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic. Boy, is that going to be a fun story to follow if he ends up being really good this year. And by fun story, I mean that meme where there's fire in the room and the dog is sitting in the middle saying, "This is fine." Yeah, it's going to be that. As Kings fans, there's nothing, I don't know, I never want to say nothing. Few things this year would make Kings fans more crazy than if Marvin Bagley came out and struggled and Luka Doncic kicked butt. Now, these odds I'm looking at right now, Kyle, are based on if you bet $100 how much you would win. If you bet $100 and Luka Doncic won the Rookie of the Year and you bet it on Luka, you would win $350.
If I bet how much?
$100.
Okay.
And when I say you win, I believe it's you would actually win $250. I think that's how it works. I'm not like betting Joe. I'm not going to leave recorded messages on your phone or something with my Monday night picks. But I think it's you get a total of $350 back. You already invested $100. You get what I'm saying. Marvin Bagley, if you bet $100 on him, you will get paid out $900. So Marvin Bagley is almost triple less likely to win Rookie of the Year than Luka Doncic, who, by the way, was available to the Kings, funny enough, at number 2. Harry Giles. If you bet $100 and Harry Giles, and this is, by the way, according to Odds Shark.
Yeah, I'm on Bovada.
Bovada, that's what I'm getting to. You would win $2,500.
See, I'm in on that. $10 nets me $250. I'm in. And then I can root super hard for Harry Giles all year.
I think you should do that anyways. But you would root super harder. I understand where you're coming from.
Right, there's more on the line. I want the Kings to do well, obviously, for you and Kings fans and for this job. But, if I had money on the line?
I'm in on that. I'll need to go to, I haven't been to Tahoe in a while.
Are you in? Are we doing that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, sweet.
Let's do that.
Oh, Mikal Bridges at plus 4,500.
Let's see that. I see that. Justin from Stockton checking in on the Jiffy Lube text line at 441140.
Kevin Knox at plus 750. Too.
I know.
Jeez.
I know there's some interesting ones. Honestly, though, I think Harry Giles is a great value. That doesn't mean we think he's going to win.
No.
It means it's great value.
Right.
Jaren Jackson Jr. is plus 1,100. Because what I tend to
I'm afraid he's not going to play enough.
Well, and that's just where I was going. Is in betting something like this, I think something that's important is you want to look not just at the player, but also at the player's situation. How much time is that player going to get? How much of the keys to the castle is that player going to get? I mean, the problem with Luka Doncic and what bothers me is he's playing for Rick Carlisle. And I just don't know how much Rick Carlisle is going to let him move. At the same time, the big thing on Carlisle was, rookies have to earn their strap. Well, Dennis Smith played quite a few minutes last year. So Colin Sexton, I think, would be an interesting bet because he's going to be on the Cavs, and George Hill is there. I get it, but
I think they're going to try. I wouldn't be surprised if Dan Gilbert is pushes for Colin Sexton to be like, hey, this is our new guy. He needs to be the new basketball player in Cleveland.
I think the fact that Michael Porter Jr. has a better chance of winning according to these odds than Harry Giles is hilarious, being that he's probably not going to play this year. I also think Miles Bridges at plus 4,000. Again, I don't think he's going to win the thing. But Miles Bridges could very well come in. And if you told me Miles Bridges was going to be the shock surprise of the draft this year, I wouldn't be blown away. If he just came in and dunked on everybody constantly. Wouldn't shock me. It'd surprise me. Wouldn't shock me. Dave, I've got a place in the Keys. Let's roll to Tahoe. Tahoe can come too, I guess. That's from Ben. Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you, Ben.
I'll bring the booze.
What did I have? Oh, I know what I had for you this morning. It wasn't really what I had for you so much as what you had for me, which I'm very excited about the show today for all the wrong reasons. Because we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
You want to accelerate to
I want to get right
o'clock.
to 8:30.
Oh, you want to get to 8:30.
Well, I mean, that's where we have, no offense to Scott Bear.
I meant the third hour.
I'm going to enjoy Scott Bear at 8:05 making his first of a weekly appearance on the drive through football season. But at 8:30, Kyle will review Rocky IV. And Rocky IV is the Rocky I wanted Kyle to see. Is there a fear? I'm going to go sports radio here. I'm going to ask questions and then answer them. Is there a fear that I built up Rocky IV too high for Kyle? Yes. But do I think that will affect his review? No. No. I hope not. But Kyle's going to be fair in his own mind, as always. I'm also curious to see if my love of Rocky IV was also generational in the sense that I think I saw it when I was 12.
That's one of the notes I have written down. However, given the current... Good fade. Given the current...
Sorry, go ahead.
Given the current climate, it still has a impact.
Oh, you can always count on Russia being evil.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's evergreen. It's evergreen. Russia is the evil...
right. It's not like the Cold War ended and things cooled off.
No, it's just a different Cold War now. Water is wet, grass is green, the sky is blue, and Russia is going to be evil. And it's not even that problematic.
I think that's actually a country song.
I think it is. Well, somebody's going for world domination. Is it aliens? No, it's Russia.
I think you will be satisfied with my review of Rocky IV.
Spoiler alert. I hate that. I hate it, Kyle. Because now...
I've got takes.
Okay. Move forward to your takes. But what you just did is like when I DVR'd a boxing match, and you're like, I'm not going to tell you how it ends. I'm just going to say, dude, you're going to love it. And it's like, Holyfield versus Tyson. I'm a diehard Holyfield fan.
Sure.
I know what's happening. Like, I got an idea.
Right.
Dang, that flew. We got to go to break. I had a whole thing on the Miss America pageant, too.
Darn.
In short.
Nope. We got to go. We got to go.
We got to go. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Sucks.
Spoiler alert.
All right, listen. We've got Raiders news for you, such as it is. Athletics news, and it's a little bit good and a whole lot of bad. Scott Bair will break down the Raiders game for us and wrap up their week 1 at 8:05. Kyle reviews Rocky 4. We're on the video stream. We'll get to that next. It is Morning Brew, our top 3 in a couple minutes. Sports 1140 KHTK.
Sports 1140 KHTK has made your mornings even better. Check out The Drive every morning on KHTK.com to not only hear this show, but to see this show as well. The Drive is now video streaming every morning from 6 to 9 on KHTK.com. All presented by the Sacramento Republic FC and by Jiffy Lube.
Okay, so summer is coming to a close. Winter's creeping up on us. Garner Roofing is trying to get you prepared for that winter season with their $69 inspection. They also have an end of summer sale going on right now. They also offer veteran and senior discounts. They got a lot of stuff going on right now. They have financing options available with no payments, no interest until 2020, or as little as $89 per month with 0 down. They've also got terms up to 30 years, and some financing isn't even credit-based and is tax deductible. Call them right now, 833-R5O's and an F, or online at GarnerRoofingInc.com.
It's time to get out there and play some golf and enjoy the Ridge Golf Course in Auburn. Right now, for any round of golf booked after 1 p.m., it's only $31. Golf after 3 p.m. for only $25 any day of the week. And if the temperature hits over 100 degrees at the time of your tee time, the Ridge will offer 50% off the retail rate. It's so easy to book a tee time. Go to ridgegc.com and click Book a Tee Time. It's that simple. The prices are great. The course is amazing. And you'll have a great time at the Ridge.
You know what that sound is? If you said, hey, that's a 3-liter EcoDiesel on a Ram 1500, you'd be right. But if you said, that's the sound of $18,000 off MSRP, you'd be right too. Hey, it's Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. And during Ram Power Days, all remaining new 2018 Ram trucks are on sale, including over 100 new 2018 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesels that are all $18,000 off MSRP. These Ram 1500 EcoDiesels come with leather upholstery, rear camera, front dual zone AC, memory seat, adjustable pedals with memory, trailer tow mirrors, and more. So come on into Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge and save $18,000 off all remaining new 2018 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesels. Choose from over 100 in stock. For over 60 years, our name means a great deal. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
Includes $92.50 in California, BC retail consumer Chrysler Capital Diesel bonus and Conquest cash. Must finance the Chrysler Capital on approved credit. Customer must have leased their competitive brand vehicle for at least 30 days. Sample VIN 352318 ends 10/1/18.
This ain't the first time it's happened, is it? Yeah, that's how it is with backed up drains. A DIY fix might clear things up for a little bit, but you'll keep getting backed up at the most inconvenient times until you fix it right. So call the home service heroes at Bonnie. For most clogs, Bonnie can fix your drain for just $97. They'll use professional-grade equipment to cable out your clogged drain till it's flowing free and clear. Boom, problem gone. No more half measures and no more worries. Not every problem can be fixed by cabling, but Bonnie has the cameras, tools, and expertise to diagnose and fix bigger problems correctly. Plus, their stand-up techs will shoot you straight, show you the video, and provide guaranteed quotes. But honestly, 80% of the time, it's a $97 fix, if you're smart enough to call Bonnie. Details at Bonnie.com. License 696355. BONNEY. Bonnie.com.
Elk Grove Honda is adding express service hours on Sundays. Now you can get your oil changed, tires rotated, air filters replaced, and more between 9 and 3 on Sundays. As always, you get the quality and dependability you've come to expect from Elk Grove Honda, like high-quality Castrol synthetic blend oil and detailed inspections with every service. You don't even need an appointment. Our process is fast but efficient to get you back on the road, to finish running errands, or just kick back and relax, whatever Sundays mean to you. Elk Grove Honda, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard in the Elk Grove Auto Mall. Getting things done on your terms.
Sacramento, DC here, and the Dream Team is in the house. That is Beck's Furniture and Sleep Dream Team. I say Beck's Furniture and Sleep because Beck's can handle all of your furniture and sleep needs. No matter your budget, Beck's has you covered. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8-piece bedroom sets, dressers, nightstands, armoire, kids' beds, you name it, Beck's has it. With 70 mattresses on display, you will sleep like royalty. Tell them DC sent you. Visit Beck's today at becksfurniture.com.
Beck's Furniture.
The best cowboys and cowgirls in the nation are coming to Marysville. They're all coming for the Marysville Stampede PRCA Rodeo, and you should be there too. It's this Saturday and Sunday at Cotton Rosser Arena in Marysville. Tickets are just $20 for adults and $10 for kids 4 to 12. The Marysville Stampede this Saturday at 5 p.m. and Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Get your tickets now at MarysvilleStampede.com.
Elk Grove Honda takes a look at your Sacramento weather. Sunny and mild for the next couple of days. This afternoon will hit a high of 77 degrees. The 2018 Honda Civic from Elk Grove Honda is Kelly Blue Book's small car best buy. Get safety, reliability, and great gas mileage. See it at Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard, or visit elkgrovehonda.com.
You're amazing. Welcome back to The Drive.
It's just my job.
It's time for the Morning Brew. Now, here's Carmichael Day.
Draw. Marchand. 6. Cuts back to the 3. Battling. Close to the 2-yard line. It took a half dozen. He goes into the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, my. The beast is unstoppable.
That's Brent Musburger on the call. Still not really used to that. And that was the bulk of that was over half the Raiders' offense on Monday night versus the Rams. Maybe that's why they have played yo-yo with Martavis Bryant, who they traded a third-round pick for. Then they released him. And now they've re-signed him. Martavis Bryant re-signing with the Oakland Raiders. The deal is for 1 year. Bryant told ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, quote, "I'm just thankful and happy and excited for this weekend and the opportunity to take care of my family. It will not be taken for granted." Okay. So there you go, Raider fan. Listen, get what you can out of him.
It's time to check out the Marysville Stampede coming this September 15th and 16th. Go to MarysvilleStampede.com for tickets. Yeah, if there's a couple things we have to discuss here, and whether his release was either the Raiders' inadequacy or the NFL's screw up in letting news of a possible suspension leak out. I think we're getting to that next segment.
So you got Amari Cooper, Jordy Nelson.
I think you'll help because I think what we saw from the Raiders receiving corps on Monday night was that Jordy Nelson is not the athlete that he was.
No.
And Martavis Bryant instantly injects elite athleticism into your receiving corps.
Yeah, go 3 wide, pop your tight end in there, and all of a sudden he's got four legit targets. And if you put in what's his face?
Jalen Richard.
Jalen Richard, thank you. And Doug Martin's not terrible out of the backfield either, catching passes. Now you've got even more targets. You've got Bryant and Cooper that can just go.
Yeah, even if Bryant is just taking the top off of defense and 20 times a game running a sprint down the sideline,
sure.
Defenses have to game plan for that.
You do. You absolutely do, because he is a deep ball threat, or at least has been semi-historically. It's not like he's played forever with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Either way, we'll get into more of that at 6:30. Number 2.
Familia sets, turns, he throws, swung on and missed. He gets him with a breaking ball, and this ball game is over. And the A's are 31 games over the 500 mark.
Remember you, Ken Korak, resetting like that. That's just so crazy. The A's are 31 games over 500, just like we said they'd be in our preview of the season.
We saw the over-under. I think it's 71.5. We said pound the over. They'll be there by August.
Oof.
Yeah, we didn't say that.
The Yankees lose. The Yankees lost. So the A's are now closer. They're closer to the Yankees in that wild card spot, that wild card home spot. 2 games back, 3 back of the Astros, who continue to win. By the way, have you noticed in Houston, it didn't take that long. Roberto Osuna has assumed the closer's role.
Yeah, that was
inevitable.
Yeah.
It was about a week where it's like, we'll bring Roberto in. We're comfortable with our closer. He's our guy. You know when Ken Giles was gone and they brought in Osuna, who had missed most of the season for a domestic violence incident? You knew when that acquisition was made, that was their bullpen, and he's been pretty lights out for them. We'll see how that works in the playoffs. Either way, the A's win again. The A's, Kyle, have won 5 games in a row. 5 in a row, Kyle. You want to know what the longest winning streak in Major League Baseball is?
5 in a row?
It's 5 in a row. You know who's got that?
The Oakland A's.
The Oakland Athletics have won 5 in a row. That's the longest streak in Major League Baseball. Your thoughts?
It's great. They need it. They needed to close it out late. They have a 8.5-game lead over the Mariners and Rays.
Yeah, that's
for
done.
the wild card. But if they had gone 1-4 in this stretch,
sure,
that gap closed a little bit.
Sure,
and it's less of a sure thing. But if they get these 2 games in against the Orioles, which weather permitting. If they get these 2 games in against the Orioles and sweep those 2 games, I'm done even watching the teams behind the A's.
Not for nothing, and we'll get to this a little bit more later, but I think it is important. And obviously, this is way down the totem pole of priorities when you think about lives and buildings.
Mm-hmm.
If these 2 games are canceled, with where we are in the season, now we've seen before where 1 game is not replayed.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen 2 games not get replayed. And when you're talking about a team that's going to have a one-off, almost certainly a one-off, not catch the Astros, perhaps at home, it's going to be very interesting where the A's are going to make those games up, especially when they don't have a lot of days off between now and the playoffs.
I was reading Susan Slusser yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
The Orioles and A's have 1 shared off day.
Yeah.
And it is on September 20th, which is in the middle of an A's road trip to Anaheim.
Yeah. So that's going to be a problem. Because I don't know that you're necessarily going to be able to – because the proposition there, and we'll talk about this later, is you fly to Baltimore and play a doubleheader?
Right. And that's where – did they get a game in today? It looks like they might be able to get a game in today.
Sure.
And then do you push they either push tomorrow's start time up or they play a preemptive doubleheader today? But if that hasn't been scheduled yet,
right.
I don't see how they get that in.
We'll talk about this again at 7 a.m., but bottom line is that could be very problematic because that game may, in fact, very much count towards what's going to go on in the postseason. That could be a massive disadvantage towards the Oakland Athletics.
Especially if they have to make it up. The wild card game's October 3rd. If they have to finish up their season, their final game is, where'd it go? September 30th.
Yeah.
If they have to fly to Baltimore
and
play this 1 game.
And then possibly fly back to Oakland if they catch the Yankees.
Right. Now, if they have to play in New York, that becomes not as big of a deal.
Right. But they're still not able to rest anybody in their pitching staff going into the offseason. We have much more on this at 7 a.m. Number three. There we go, number 3.
Here's the pitch by Manaea. Swung on and missed. Got it with a slider. Sean Manaea, 8 innings of no-hit baseball at the Coliseum on this Saturday night against the Boston Red Sox, the hottest team in baseball.
Doubling up on A's news because it merits being doubled up on, and we'll have more on this at 7 a.m. and again at 7:35. The good news for the A's, as we told you in the preview, was that they won, but it was bad news, and we've been here before. The bad news far outweighs the win over the Orioles. Sean Manaea, it's worse. It's worse than we thought. We thought, at worst, he was going to miss the rest of the year. In fact, we were fairly sure, based on what we heard, he would miss the rest of the year. It now sounds like, according to Bob Melvin, he will have shoulder surgery and miss the remainder of the season and will also miss the entirety, it looks like, of next season as well. Now, things can happen, but it doesn't look like the A's are going to have Sean Manaea for the next year plus this one. That's about as bad as it gets because talk about A.J. Puck, you can talk about their young pitching staff, whoever you want. Sean Manaea is the guy. No, you know this is not, but Sean Manaea threw a no-hitter this year. Carmichael had the stuff. So you worry about him, you worry about the A's. It's just not things they need right now, and certainly not something that Sean Manaea needs right now.
Yeah, he'll be 28 when he gets back, so he's still got plenty of time to put together a nice career. But
Sure.
yeah, he certainly started to figure it out this year, and to have it derailed like this and have him miss the rest of this year and all of next year is pretty rough for him. You feel bad for sure.
The Raiders re-sign Martavis Bryant, who looks like he will play this weekend. John Gruden may have to walk back a couple of his quotes, or knowing John Gruden, he will double down on those quotes about Bryant as well. Where will he fit in? We'll update you on some other Raiders news as well. The drive back in a couple. Sports 1140 KHTK.
This is the Capital City Sports Station with a capital KHTK.
Got a step. He goes to the rim. He throws down a vicious two-hand jam.
The Kings play here. This is Sports 1140 KHTK.
A Sport Clips Championship haircut experience makes you feel like your hair has its own walk-up music. Maybe you play sports. Maybe you play sports online. Or maybe your sport is keeping up with your kids. Your hair deserves its own walk-up music, and at Sport Clips, we make it easy. A game-changing cut from a stylist trained for guys while you're surrounded by sports. Hair this good needs no introduction, but you'll want one anyway. So get in line online at sportclips.com/check-in and get your hair in the game.
The model year clearance is on now at Maida Chevy in the Elk Grove Auto Mall. Exclusive Maida Chevy all in-stock discount pricing on every new Chevy. Hundreds to choose from. Plus, great GM rebates and incentives. All in-stock discount savings on every Maida Chevy. Plus, over 1,500 four-star reviews. Where? You know where. MaidaChevy.com. Don't stress when you can pay less at Maida Chevy. See why everyone's saying, I
Made a great deal at Maida.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Come to Buffalo Wild Wings for our $5 game day deals. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Andrew Luck. Now on Sunday, the Colts' overall #1 pick of the 2012 draft played his first full game in 616 days, folks. Although he lost to the Bengals 34-23, Luck completed a career-high 39 passes and 53 attempts for 319 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was sacked twice and survived multiple hits to his surgically repaired right shoulder. I was very excited to play, the 3-time Pro Bowl passer said. I've been trying to sort of have that same feeling when you're a 12-year-old playing football, because it's a game. Luck is also running the most sophisticated offense of his career. New head coach Frank Reich has designed it to preserve Luck's long-term health. So happy 30th birthday, Andrew, and welcome back. And here's to many more great games. I'm Boomer Esiason. You know what's not smart? The way hiring used to be. Job sites that overwhelm you with tons of the wrong resumes. Now there's a smarter way at ZipRecruiter.com/go. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology finds the right people for you and actively invites them to apply. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is rated #1 by employers in the U.S. based on hiring sites rated by Trustpilot with over 1,000 reviews. And right now, my listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/go. That's ZipRecruiter.com/go.
Napa know-how.
Why should you pick up 2 cans of CRC Brake Clean for $6? Because you know the right way to install new brakes starts with using the right product to clean the calipers and rotors. Plus, a portion of your purchase goes to the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund, which makes it like doubly right. That's CRC Brake Clean, 2 cans for $6. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer ends 9/30/18.
It's here, JCPenney's 10 days of nonstop new fashion and beauty event. Starting this Friday, find amazing daily deals on new fall fashion arrivals, beauty products, and services. Deals like 50% off select Liz Claiborne apparel and accessories, free mini makeovers from Sephora inside JCPenney, and $8 brow waxing from the JCPenney salon. Hurry in! JCPenney, style and value for all. Event dates are 9/14 to 9/23. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com/new for details.
There's a time and a place for black and white. Like when you're learning to play piano, or when you want a big two-toned cookie, or when shopping for a pet zebra. But if you want to attract customers, there's no room for black and white. So go to Staples. Staples specializes in bold, hard-to-miss color printing. And now at Staples, get 20% back in rewards on color printing. From banners to brochures and copies to presentations. Print more color, save more money. At Staples.
In-store only. Ends 11/10/18. Restrictions apply. See store associate or staples.com/20back for details.
In the market for a new car or truck? Shop at Elk Grove Ford, Sacramento's family-owned, customer-first Ford dealership.
They feature the best deals, the largest selection, and the most enjoyable purchase experience available.
Elk Grove Ford in the Elk Grove Auto Mall.
Elk Grove sells Fords.
Sports 1140 KHTK's coverage of high school football is presented by Wingstop. Listen every Friday night to the Wingstop High School Football Wrap-Up Show and get all the coverage on KHTK.com.
Now your sports update. Sports update. Powered by Mercury Insurance.
This is Kyle Madson with your top stories on Sports 1140. The Raiders traded a third-round pick for Martavis Bryant, but cut him after the preseason due to concerns over a possible suspension. It was reported Saturday that Bryant will wind up being in silver and black this year after all. Oakland is set to sign Bryant to a one-year deal, according to ESPN. The A's kept rolling yesterday with a 3-2 win over the Orioles behind 6 strong innings from starting pitcher Mike Fiers. The rest of that series is in jeopardy, though, as Hurricane Florence approaches the East Coast. It's scheduled to continue tonight at 4 o'clock. Oakland got some help from the Twins last night, who thumped the Yankees 10-5 to bring the A's within 2 games of the top wildcard spot. In NFL injury news, Seahawks wide receiver Doug Baldwin is out a couple weeks with a knee injury. The Falcons placed linebacker Deion Jones on injured reserve, and Panthers tight end Greg Olsen has a fractured foot that he plans to rest for a few weeks before returning to the lineup. So adjust your fantasy teams accordingly. It's 6:33, time to play 9 at Sierra Pines Golf Course. Learn more at timbercreekgc.com.
Here we go. The drive continues now.
Scott Bear will join us at 8:05. Scott Bear and all our guests come to you via the Firewings hotline. 21 different flavors to choose from. Firewings.com. Just wing it. Want to remind you our video cast is up and going. We're in week 2 now. Go to KHTK.com. Upper right part of the page. You can find it there if you're on your desktop. If you're on a tablet or a mobile phone, just kind of scroll down right there in the middle. And your response has been fantastic, and thank you for that as I point to the camera. Your response has been fantastic. Also, we listen to everything, suggestions, things you want. We're working on putting the video option on the app. There were some cool things that they told us internally yesterday that you'll start seeing next week, having to do with things like archiving our video shows so that you can go back and watch those on demand, much like you can watch audio. We'll have an update for you on that next week, and you will enjoy that. There's also a countdown clock there, so you know when the next broadcast is happening, et cetera, et cetera. They're doing a lot of really cool stuff, and I said it in the email yesterday. I'll say it on the air publicly. Our digital team, Eunice, Doug, the whole crew, Austin, and everyone there have been so fantastic in getting this thing not only up and running, but continuing to add things that we think will make the viewing experience maybe more enjoyable than the listening experience, because the listening experience is not that enjoyable.
A classic case of you and I leaning on people way smarter than us.
Way smarter. Doing the trust tree thing, trust fall.
It's time to check out the Marysville Stampede coming this September 15th and 16th. Go to MarysvilleStampede.com for tickets.
Before we get to Martavis Bryant, I was doing an exercise last night. No, not the physical kind. The kind I like most, which is meaningless, worthless sports exercises of thought. I came up with my top 5. Everyone's doing week 1 power rankings, right? So I came up with my version of week 1 power rankings, but my version I think is the best one because it's a power ranking based on if you were in a coma or off the planet for the last 10 years and then you woke up or showed up on Sunday and watched football for the first time. You know anything about any of the teams.
Ooh, okay.
Okay? So based only on week 1.
So I was in a coma for 10 years, woke up. Okay, so the Patriots are still good.
I was going to say, let's say 20, because, yeah.
So the Patriots are still good.
Maybe longer than 10 years. So my top 5 real quick is, at number 5, it's too long of a drum roll. I can't do this.
Way too long.
The whole segment.
Just get there. It is.
All right, so number 5, the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs, who went into San Diego and beat them soundly. Number 4, the Cincinnati Bengals. Again, the Bengals, and you get points for being a road team in this situation.
Interesting.
The Bengals went into Indianapolis and beat Andrew Luck and the Colts and beat them by double digits. Number 3, sorry, Raider fans, but number 3, the Los Angeles Rams came up to Oakland. Hey, man, I've been in a coma for 20 years. The Raiders team is pretty darn good. Commitment to excellence and all that. 20 years ago. So would I be thinking, why are they in Oakland and not in L.A.? Trying to do the math here. Either way, the Rams spanked the Raiders by 20 in Oakland. Again, you get points for being a road team there. The number 3 team, the Rams. Top 2, really no doubt about that. Number 2, could have had a case for number 1, but number 2, Jets, Jets. The New York Football Jets coming at number 2 on the back of them clowning Detroit in Michigan. And the number 1 team, the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens just thumped the Buffalo Bills. I probably should you could make an argument that I should have put the Jets number 1 because Baltimore was at home and the Jets were on the road for that. But again, the week 1, you've been in a coma rankings. There's your top 5.
All right, I've got my 5 very crudely thrown together here while you were doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Buccaneers at number 5 because that's the best offense in the league, and if they're going to score 50 points a game, they're going to win. They're going to win their share of games, Dave.
I thought about that. I saw that game, but man, what about that defense, Kyle?
That's why they're 5.
Okay,
that's why they're 5.
All right.
If they average 48 points a game, I think they're going to win a few.
Okay, that's
regardless
fair.
of their defense. At number 4, I have the Washington Football Club.
They were my number 6 team.
They went on the road and very thoroughly. If you look at the box score, it was not even as close as 24-6.
Beat them by 18.
They dominated.
I had them right there. Really, if we're being honest, probably should have put the Redskins in my top 5. Probably should have taken the Chiefs spot.
Well, you say you get points for being a road team.
Yes.
For me, you look at what the Bengals did. They had to come back late. They needed a big fumble return, an 83-yard fumble return in the final minute to make that game
right.
A, win it, and B, make it look like they pulled away at the end when really the Colts were going to go down and score.
My tiebreaker really comes down to team nicknames, and when I'm going with Chiefs versus Redskins, I'm taking Chiefs.
Sure. Okay, that's fair.
Number 3.
So Bucks, Washington. 3, I also have the Rams.
Of course.
Yeah, I have the Rams.
Of course.
2. Yeah. The Jets 2, Ravens 1.
Jets 2. So our top 3.
Top 3. I think that's the only way to go.
That's how power rankings should be done, Kyle. I hate that they do that in college football, where you have the top 25 in June.
The issue for college football is there are 4 million teams.
2 issues. There's 4 million teams. They're also about 50% new players every year. You have no idea.
Right.
You can go by the recruiting. You really have no idea. Right. But it sucks that you have to start out number 15. You might be the best team in the nation.
Hey, if UCF had started in the top 3 last year.
That's absolutely correct.
They're in the playoff.
They would be in the playoff and have an opportunity to play what you would think would be Alabama, depending on where they were ranked. They had no shot at that. No shot. All right. Martavis Bryant is back with the Raiders. Martavis Bryant is back with the Raiders. And let's see. I was looking at some quotes. From John Gruden earlier, Kyle, when they released him. John Gruden was asked if giving up a third-round pick was perhaps a miscalculation. He said, I don't think so. I think the guy's a superb talent. He's a great talent. We released our second-round draft choice last year and the year before and the year before that. Wait, what? Oh, my God, that's right. Not everything's a perfect science. He also said about Martavis Bryant, and I quote, "We're calling Martavis the White Tiger. I used to go to Busch Gardens in Tampa, and they've got a white tiger." Kyle just assumed the Tell Me More pose. You go 12 times or 13 times, the white tiger was always in his cage. But the white tiger came out today. I don't know if you get that analogy, but sometimes he comes out to play and sometimes he doesn't.
Sometimes he locks the doors.
It's good to see him because he's really special, like the white tiger.
Yikes.
Also, the day after the initial rosters were turned in, he said, "We expected more from Martavis. Perhaps we get him again next year and we can get the best out of him." Okay. Well, they've got Martavis Bryant back. So, I have nothing else to add.
That last quote sounds like they got a leak from the league that said, this guy might be suspended for the year.
Right.
So they cut him.
Yep.
Which is why Gruden said maybe we can get him back next year.
Right.
Because they figured nobody would pick him up after they cut him because he was going to be suspended. Then he was not suspended, and the Raiders went, oh, shoot, we want that guy.
Yeah, maybe Billy in the front office of the NFL was wrong. He's not going to be suspended that long.
That's what it sounds like. So I rescind my Raider bashing on this.
Okay.
Because it looked really bad when they cut him.
Sure.
It looked really bad when they re-signed him.
Why didn't you just hold on to him until he got suspended? Because you were going to lose somebody else if you had to make the cuts.
Right. Yeah.
All right, NFL injury update next. We've got some big players, fantasy-wise, that are going to be out for a little bit or a long time, and also Raiders injury update. That actually matters as well. We're back in a couple. Sports 1140 KHTK.
Every Friday night, Sports 1140 KHTK is proud to bring you the Friday Night Football Show, presented by Wingstop. Recaps and previews, interviews from players and coaches from your teams. It's Northern California's Friday Night Football Show, brought to you by California Family Fitness and Stockton Honda.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. So over the last couple of weeks, I've had several trips out to Stone's Gambling Hall, located right off I-80 at Antelope. And again, amazed, just absolutely amazed every time I head into Stone's Gambling Hall. One of the nights I was there, they had a band playing great music while we were there, eating at Sammy's, having an incredible meal, also having a good time with buddies, watching games on TV. Then we made our way to the gaming, and that is one of the coolest things because they gave a $25 match play when I downloaded the app and signed up for their player's card. My buddies did the same thing. It was very simple. Keep the card, keep accruing points, keep the app, keep getting specials. It's that simple. And if you like playing card games like poker or Baccarat or California Blackjack, my personal favorite, then you owe it to yourself to go and do this. It's that easy. $25 match play, and all you have to do is download the app. Make it simple for yourself and win some money with their money. Take my word for it. Download the app, sign up, and get $25 in match play only at Stone's. Again, located off I-80 at Antelope. Stone's Gambling Hall, the one, the only.
Okay, forest animals, kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow, have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. River, how's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man.
I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. Okay. Squirrel.
The forest has been preparing just for you. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad
Chase
Council.
Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of football coverage on Sports 1140 KHTK. Located on Holman Road off Highway 99 at Hammer Lane in Stockton, Chase Chevrolet has a large selection of both new and used vehicles. Come check out the new 2018 model cars and trucks on hand today. Whether you're looking for the all-new Cruze, a Malibu, Tahoe, or a Corvette, you will find it at Chase Chevrolet. Call 1-800-24-CHASE or log on to ChaseChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, find new roads. Chase Chevrolet, buy into it.
I'm Craig Ashton, the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. If you've been injured in a fall and you think more than gravity is responsible, call Ashton & Price. If you've been injured in a car accident, call Ashton & Price. If you've been injured by a defective product, call Ashton & Price. If you've lost a loved one in an accident, call Ashton & Price. Over the last 22 years, we have helped thousands of injury victims, so no matter how you've been injured, we know how to handle it. There's never a fee unless you win, so call Ashton & Price for a free consultation.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
You know what that sound is? If you said, hey, that's a 3-liter EcoDiesel on a Ram 1500, you'd be right. But if you said, that's the sound of $18,000 off MSRP, you'd be right too. Hey, it's Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. And during Ram Power Days, all remaining new 2018 Ram trucks are on sale, including over 100 new 2018 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesels that are all $18,000 off MSRP. These Ram 1500 EcoDiesels come with leather upholstery, rear camera, front dual zone AC, memory seat, adjustable pedals with memory, trailer tow mirrors, and more. So come on into Lasher's Elk Grove Dodge and save $18,000 off all remaining new 2018 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 EcoDiesels. Choose from over 100 in stock. For over 60 years, our name means a great deal. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall and online at elkgrovedodge.com.
Includes $92.50 in California BC retail consumer Chrysler Capital Diesel bonus and conquest cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital on approved credit. Customer must have leased their competitive brand vehicle for at least 30 days. Sample in 352318 ends 10/118.
Men, are you looking for an affordable option to treat erectile dysfunction that won't break the bank? Melrose Pharmacy has the answer. It's called sildenafil, the same active ingredient in Viagra. Melrose Melrose Pharmacy is offering a huge cost savings on this generic 20 milligram tablet. Get 50 tablets for just $100. That's $2 a pill. A prescription from your doctor is required, and we offer free discreet mailing. Call Melrose Pharmacy, 1-844-826-7829, or visit melrosepharmacy.com and cash in on the savings today.
No matter who you are, there's something special about saying, I'm a college graduate. And it's even better when you can apply what you're learning to the career path you're pursuing. At Colorado State University Global Campus, our 100% online programs are personalized to align with your goals, so you'll be more than ready for the job market. When you receive your bachelor's degree, you'll already be using the skills and knowledge necessary to succeed. Visit csuglobal.edu, where online education isn't another thing we do, it's all we do.
Maida Subaru sponsors this look at weather. Sunny and mild today. We'll get up to 77 degrees. We'll have more of the same for tomorrow. The end of summer sales event is on now at Maida Subaru Sacramento, with big Maida Subaru savings on over 300 new and certified pre-owned Subarus. Maida Subaru Sacramento at MaidaSubaru.com, exceeding expectations every day.
The drive continues now.
1-800-920-1140. 339-1140 for those of you locally. But we like to take care of the phone bill for our national listeners. Really all over the world. 441140. Didn't we see the stats one time? We had like one listener in Antigua or something. So I like to think we're worldwide. Jiffy Lube text line at 441140. It's Kyle Madson in there.
Some would even call you Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Please use respect.
Carmichael Dale.
Got a big argument on Twitter yesterday about with this guy, the guy that I read the tweets from last night.
Mingo Star.
Yeah, him. And it turned into who could claim Carmichael more. Who was more Carmichael than the other guy? I had to laugh the whole time.
Which is the lamest thing
ever. I've been in some lame Twitter.
You know what? If let's say I branded myself as Brentwood Kyle. And somebody was like, "You don't know Brentwood, you can't clip." I'd be like, "All right."
Yeah, right. You're a grown up when it comes to that. I guess I don't know.
You win?
I'm like, dude, bro. Detterding, Mission Avenue, Winston Churchill, Rio. Nobody's more Carmichael than me. Well, where do you live? Not Carmichael. I moved. I love Carmichael. Let's just say this. Carmichael is not what Carmichael was when I grew up there. I know that sounds old, but and other people in my age group are nodding their heads, going, yeah. The Carmichael I grew up in is a little section now. It's a little section on the riverside of Fair Oaks Boulevard, California Avenue.
What you know about Carmichael, chump?
La Sierra, baby. Yeah.
Chump is the funniest thing to call somebody, by the way.
Chump is a pretty good
disrespect. Especially in the context of claiming a random suburb.
Claiming Carmichael. I'm going to move back there and run for mayor of Carmichael just to do it. Do you know that's a thing you can do?
Mayor Dave?
Yes. You can actually run for mayor of Carmichael. It's not, you don't run. It's like awarded by the Rotary Club or something. No, it really is. It's not like Mayor Steinberg where you're an actual mayor.
Yeah,
you just basically show up at new businesses and cut ribbons and raise money and stuff. That's what you do. Thought about it. I thought about it as like a fun radio bit, but I'd really want to take it seriously. Be like, thank you. Now that I'm the mayor of Carmichael, you all serve me. You do what I say. It's like when you win at a card game and you can make a rule. Like when you put your thumb down on the card table and the last person to put their thumb down has to take a drink. That's what I would do, something like that as mayor of Carmichael. It wouldn't be good. I want to get to these NFL injury updates, Kyle, but you and I both enjoy Zach Lowe's writing for the NBA. And he wrote something today that I think we really need to spend some time on about the making up an NBA's Hall of Absolute Absurdities for their Hall of Fame. And I'll give you a couple examples. The banana boat image that Carmelo Anthony was really not great. In.
Right.
But Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, and LeBron James looking grumpy. The DeAndre Jordan kidnapping and emoji war That was the free agency of 2015 when Paul Pierce put the old picture of a rocket ship emoji out there. J.R. Smith throwing soup at Damon Jones, which happened just this last season. There's a whole part of the wing, a smaller part of it, that's devoted to Nick Young and JaVale McGee.
Good. I love both of them.
They even have a part where, Carlos Boozer's spray-on hair. A part of the wing on Kevin Durant's burner account. There's a lot of really, really, really good stuff in here. And I think you could do a lot of it. You could do a lot of it just with Nick Young. They also have a document section where they'll have documents such as Ted Leonsis, the owner of the Wizards, declaring a new big three of Andre Blatch, Jordan Crawford, and John Wall had, quote, announced its arrival. I think we could come, and he actually, Zach Lowe solicits help from the readers. I think we could spend some time and come up with stuff. For example, of course, I'm going to go local. You have to have something in there devoted to Lionel Simmons missing time due to Nintendonitis, which is a real thing that actually happened. It does say in there, just so you know the caveat before you start thinking, anything that has to do with violence or real-time stuff. For example, the Malice in the Palace wouldn't be in there. They want to keep it positive. Even the Nick Young and D'Angelo Russell thing, not in there because it tore apart a relation. This is all kind of fun stuff.
Can we get Monte Ellis's moped in there?
Absolutely.
Okay, very good,
absolutely. Just the moped on one of those like circling deals.
Yes.
All right, real quick. Greg Olsen, who broke his foot last year, broke the same foot. He's going to, that's tight end Carolina Panthers, in case you were counting. He's going to try to rest the foot.
Not A's first baseman, Greg Olsen.
No, don't do that to me. Doug Baldwin. Pete Carroll says he may miss up to 2 weeks with a knee. I like it when people say that, with a knee.
I did that when I was writing the other day, and I fixed it.
Yeah, good.
He's going to be out 3 weeks with a shoulder. What?
It's like he has a shoulder. He has two of them.
Yeah.
And finally, Andrew DePaula, the long snapper for the Oakland Raiders, suffered a torn ACL in his right knee. He is out for the season. That was during the game against the Rams. You might remember tight end Lee Smith, not the reliever. The other guy, tight end Lee Smith, actually did pretty well. Had 2 quality long snaps on punts, and he also had a couple of great snaps. They converted 2 field goals. He did well, but looks like they're going to sign somebody else. John Kondo was lost against the Chargers. You might remember back in 2012 at the season opener. He was released in the offseason. DePaula was signed to replace him. Kondo is still a free agent. So I would imagine they're going to kick the tires on him and maybe bring him back in since he is familiar with the team. Maybe not necessarily the system because John Gruden's system is still fairly new. Let's get back to the A's when we get back. Sean Manaea out for the year. They did beat the Orioles. I want to go back to this wild card situation as well and how the weather may in fact be playing a factor in the A's postseason hopes. We'll do that next right here on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Leaving your car away from your radio? Don't worry, because the KHTK app will allow you to catch all the shows you love. Never miss The Drive or Jim Rome. Catch every minute of The Lowdown and Grant and Doug. Just download the app now and get all your favorite shows on your digital device of choice. The all-new Sports 1140 app. Get it today.
I was looking at the text line here. We were talking about the Hall of Absurdities. And there's a text way down that's from the 209 that says, Dave's Latter, Latter, like I'm the latter of the two.
Wow, thank you.
Right.
It's very complimentary to me.
So I just texted the guy back what he meant. I think I know what he meant. I think he meant my
your ladder.
Ladder.
Yeah, obviously.
That's obvious?
Yeah.
I thought he was referring to like the former and the latter.
No,
and then I went,
your
the
ladder that you stood on at Arco.
Yeah.
I was there, by the way.
Were you there that night?
Was.
I didn't know that.
I sure was. Yeah, no, we spoke. It's fine.
We spoke that night?
Yeah.
Did we? No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Did we really?
Yeah, because you were on Grant's show. And I was interning. No big deal. It's fine.
I didn't know you were. let's be honest. I was like, did I just sign
dude,
something and hand it to you? Like, here you go, kid.
I went to shake your hand and you grabbed my palm and
Right.
signed my palm.
I grabbed your phone and snapped the selfie and then all right, kid. Good luck to you. It's Ram Power Days at Hoblet Ram. Take up to $12,000 off MSRP on the select 2019 Ram 1500 truck of your choice. Up to $18,000 off MSRP on select 2018 Ram 1500 trucks. Guys, they have over 1,100 in stock. I don't know why. I'm driving this 2019 Dodge Laramie Hemi, and I don't know why, but 100 of those, like in one place, seems like a lot to me. Think about that for a second. Think about 100 Ram trucks, just all lined up. Doesn't that seem like a lot? Now add another 1,000. I can't even picture that. It seems to me like that's a football field filled with Ram trucks. Well, that's what their stock is. So you're going to find, I want this color, I want that color. Well, I like this color, but I want this interior. I like this tire style or rim style, whatever it is. They're going to have it. They're 7 minutes from the airport, right there in Woodland. And J.D. Power's Customer First Award for Excellence recipient. Brand new. Because there's never any hassle. There's never any pressure at all. Go up to Hoblet Ram. Take advantage of those deals during Ram Power Days. And get another $1,000 off on top of that, Kyle, simply by saying Carmichael Dave sent me.
The best cowboys and cowgirls in the nation are coming to Marysville. They're all coming for the Marysville Stampede PRCA Rodeo, and you should be there too. It's this Saturday and Sunday at Cotton Rosser Arena in Marysville. Tickets are just $20 for adults and $10 for kids 4 to 12. The Marysville Stampede this Saturday at 5 p.m.